Is Kanye's rumored new album still dropping in 2023? Today we're going to take a look at everything we know about this album and when the release date might be, so let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday, so today, and recaps everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So before we talk about when this could release, we need to get everybody up to date on what the rumors are so far. You've maybe seen the headlines, you maybe seen my posts on social media about this, but there's been a couple of sources that compiled kind of make a rumored Kanye album and that he's working on something new. So let's take a look at these. Now, first of all, we had Hit Boy on the Bootleg Kev podcast, and on there, Hit Boy said that Kanye is making music again and that he also has a collaboration with Freddie Gibbs in the works. And this would of course be very exciting for a lot of hip-hop fans because Freddie Gibbs is someone that is very well respected and is seen in high regards in the industry and in the culture, and Kanye obviously as well. So the two of them collaborating would definitely be fire. Now, this was a while ago. You've maybe seen the headlines about this, but that was the first time we heard about Kanye working on new music again and potential collaborators. Something else that was pretty suspicious was a report from US Weekly in which they were talking about Kim Kardashian, her, marriage with Kanye, and then they also said in one little paragraph there, Kanye's been focusing on a new album and that's helping him stay on the straight and narrow as well. They say that this says a source, so we don't know where this is confirmed, but they were reporting on Kim, so maybe they're referring to this new album that he's working on as helping him kind of forget about all the troubles with his marriage and having something to focus on. That's at least another part to this. And now then, only a couple of days ago, we had Ruga on the No Jumper podcast. And on the podcast, he brought his producer there as well. He was talking about Kanye working on a new album. If you don't know who Ruga is, he was also featured on Donda's OK OK. So he's been working with Kanye in the recent past. Now also, he was saying that he was leaving for Japan, where Kanye is right now. But then Adam22 kind of wanted to know more about this. But Ruga was like, yo, I can't talk about this. So apparently there's something confidential that Ruga can't tell us. But what's interesting is that he's flying out to Japan, which is going to play a big role because Kanye has been spotted in Japan over the past couple of weeks. There's been various reports around this, that photo shoot with the one fan there with his wife, Bianca Sensory, that all hint that Kanye is working on a new album in Japan. And this connects further to the next two people, which the first of which is Casey, who's obviously collaborated a lot on Donda 2 as well. And Casey posted on Threads and replied to a comment saying that he would also be going to Japan, which adds yet another layer to this. So these recent Kanye collaborators are all going to Japan. Another one being Ty Dolla $ign, who's Kanye also collaborated with in the recent past. He also posted on Threads, actually, a picture with a Digital Nas, who was also connected to the Donda 2 rollout. If you don't remember, he was the first one that gave us some sort of info on Donda 2 back when it was about to drop. They were seen in Tokyo together, and also Ty Dolla $ign was referring to being in the studio in Japan and just hanging out with a bunch of people there. That is Digital Nas and the rest of the recent Kanye crew that we've seen kind of come together over the past 2-3 albums that Kanye's dropped. Now, what this new album might be, we don't know. Is this going to be God's Country, finally, the album that he started working on after Jesus is King? Not the song that he gave to Travis, but actually the whole album. There's a bunch of theories about that out there. I mean, we just came from this fake Man Across the Sea drama that we thought was going to be a new album. Maybe this was somehow connected to this new thing now as well, even though it might be a complete, scam. I dropped an in-depth video on Man Across the Sea and all the evidence on that about 2 months ago. I definitely recommend that video if you kind of want to fuel into that rumor, but that was never really confirmed. This, though, seems to be a little bit more official. Now, what's also interesting is that he's going to Japan and flying all these people out, or they're flying themselves out, to be working on an album there. And what does that remind you of? That reminds you of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. fantasy, where he accumulated his whole team around the album on Hawaii after being exiled from, or not exiled, but self-exiled from the US after the Taylor Swift incident. Now he's gone through a bunch of drama again. Kim Kardashian divorce. We had the whole Donda time going on with the whole live listening parties, and most recently, him being banned everywhere because of his DEF CON comments. So that was definitely something. It seems like now he's gathering a team around him again to be working on a new project, self-isolated again, like he was in Hawaii. Now, the reference to his wife being with him in Japan obviously also refers to that song, Sensory Overload, that we got earlier this year. I like the song a lot. It is the most recent Kanye song that I really like because he was going back to like some, college dropout styles on there. The other stuff in the recent past, I mean, Donda 2, we never got it fully. It was okay. I didn't really love it, and not as much as Donda 1. Also, recent features haven't been that good from Kanye, so hopefully this new album can bring the old quality back that we were missing. Now, when could this album actually release? I think now is the right time for Kanye to tease or start teasing an album again, because he's definitely in one of the most powerful positions in hip hop, where every little move he makes is picked up by people, not just the fans, by media outlets as well. I'm doing a video on this now, which is kind of proving itself to this, and it's been over a year now, 1.5 years ever since the incomplete Donda 2 came, and almost 2 years now ever since his last real album that released on DSPs, Donda, came out. So I think it's definitely the right time for him to start working on something new, and I think with all the stuff that's happened in the past 2 years ever since Donda came out, he's got a lot to talk about, and people are definitely willing to listen because they want to hear his side. Now, something I wanted to add, which I just thought was funny, and maybe some people were part of this already, but before I was about to record this video, Elon Musk went on Twitter to post the Ye cover art, which is kind of crazy because Kanye, to my knowledge, is still banned on Twitter because of the obvious tweets, the comments that he put out there. So Elon tweeting that? Is Kanye going to be coming back to Twitter? Is that Elon kind of fueling into the rumors? I just thought it was crazy that Kanye is on such a big scale now that Elon is tweeting about it. Obviously, the two of them have connected in the past. Just thought it was funny to add. Now, even though I think it's the right time for him to release an album, I don't think it's going to be coming in 2023. I think for that, it's just too early on in the process. I think 2024 will definitely be the year we hear some new Kanye music. We might get some snippets, maybe a single this year, even though Kanye is not a big single guy. But I think the full project that he's working on now, whether God's Country, Man Across the Sea, whatever, is actually going to be next year. There are also rumors of Donda 3, even though I don't want to feel into those because I don't think that that's ever going to happen, or at least not the next album. So I don't want to go into that as well, but people are talking about it, even though it's completely unsupported by anything. So this is what we know about this new Kanye album and when it might be coming out. I'm looking forward to a 2024 release date. I don't think it's going to be before then, but let me know what y'all think about this though. Are y'all excited for this new Kanye album? When do you think it will be releasing? And what do you think this album is? God's Country, Man Across the Sea, etc. All your thoughts and your theories on this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.